Hey Flurt, it's Thursday and it's Peyton, and yet again I'm wearing a hat because I have crazy hair and I'm just gonna leave it at that. So this week I decided to talk about an article that I found in our local newspaper. Basically, the title is "The Raging Battle Over Transgendered Kids." So I'm going to leave the link below, and you guys can check it out and post your opinions and concerns. This is solely from my opinion and my views on it. So basically, I don't know what to really think about this. I really feel like facts are skewed, opinions are skewed, and society is putting a lot of pressure on transgender kids. And this organization, the CAMH organization, is one that has been attacking trans kids before, and this person in general has a lot of fun with it, so to say. So that's just my opinion from my first kind of view on it. And I mean, you guys can all disagree, but Dr. Kenneth Zucker is someone who I honestly don't agree with at all. And when he ever has talked about trans things, I immediately don't want to read it because his views are totally not at all correct. But of course, that's how everyone sees it. So basically, my view is that it's important to figure out if someone is trans because then it could kind of tie in if they've had a traumatic experience. In some cases, that's not always the case. Some people just have had a really great past and are trans regardless. Some people think that it has to do with anxiety, which is what the article says, or any kind of issue that could tie into misleading someone. So, I guess they don't really want to be trans, or maybe that they are trans, and the right response is the trauma, but that trauma should be dealt with outside of being trans, and the trans issue should be acknowledged as related in some way, but that, like I said, isn't always the case. But the organization is likely doing what they can to use the talk therapy to flesh out all issues, and that's not so bad. We all have issues, and for me, I gotta say that I've had some anxiety issues in the past, and I've been working on them outside of my trans kind of situation, and I feel like my anxiety's, if that, gone down. But at times there has been situations that I'm more anxious than others. So yeah, that's kind of my view. They're not trying to talk people out of it the way that religion has tried to with homosexuality, for example, but I think that the media does a lot of scaring and just unnecessary kind of comments and stuff. So, but that's kind of my opinionated version of it and my response. I didn't really know how to feel about it, but in a way, I feel like the two are different, being trans and having your traumatic past and everything. But that's just my view, and you guys can agree or disagree or whatever you'd like to do. But I just wanted to share it with you to kind of help people get a view of what else is happening in the world and what else is happening in this situation where they think that the past is haunting them now. So, anyways, you could disagree or whatever, but I just wanted to share it with you, and my points may not be totally bang on, but that's just my views. So, I definitely wasn't stoked on this article, but I got it sent to me, and my first opinion was like, wow, wow. But I'm standing behind trans people more than anything, and I'd like to have a voice. So, anyways, hope you guys are doing well, and I'll see you next week. And leave a comment or question or whatever you'd like to do below, and I'd like to hear what you guys have to say. And I'll see you next week. Have a good weekend.